warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Azkhia. I'm from 6th grade. Today I would like to explain about Pidgin and Creole.
You have probably heard those terms before. They are actually referring to categories of language. Before I start to explain about it, I want to ask, do you know what is sociolinguistic? Sociolinguistic is the study about relationship between language and society and the way we use it in different social situations. Sociolinguistic often shows us the humorous realities of human speech. And now I want to ask, what is language? Languages are the most complex product of the human mind, each differing enormously in its sounds, structure, and pattern of thought. Each language is indissolubly tied up with a unique culture, literature, and worldview. The first is Pidgin. Pidgin language is a variety of many languages because of such varieties as Pidgin English, Pidgin French, Pidgin Spanish, etc. Pidgin has been described by some linguists as the corrupt version of any language, even though some have also explained Pidgin as the language of the lowly educated, or an indication of lower status. There are three characteristics of Pidgin language. First, Pidgin language have no native speakers. Then, they are language that arise very suddenly, very quickly when there is a need of communication in certain situations. And last, the Pidgin language is a sort of compromise between two different languages. Pidgin begin as restricted used only for certain function, which means that they are only used for certain purpose, for example, on the job or for trade. Another become extend used for all facets of life, meaning that they begin to be used for all facets of life, including social life, family life, things like that, and they become language in their own right, even though they are not native language. The second is Creole. Creoles are language of circumstance. They exist as forms that have become acceptable because it seemed the best possible way of carrying the people along in the communication process. A Creole language is a pidgin that has become the first language of a new generation of speakers. If that language survives and becomes the native language of the next generation. There are two characteristics of Creoles. First, it usually starts as a pidgin, means pidgins adopt as the native language. The second, become children's native language or nativization, means when pidgin passed on to new generations and became a mother tongue which is acquired by children. And also expansion of morphology and syntax, phonology, and lexicon. The smaller number of Creole languages are based on Spanish. Now, how different are these Creole languages from their parents' language? Well, it depends on the particular language, but let's look at an example. This example is from Bislama, which is an English-based Creole spoken in Vanuatu. The first sentence is, "This is my house." In Bislama, him your house belong me, or in more standard English phonology, him her house belong me. Another example sentence. The first sentence, I have already been to town. In Bislama, me been long town finish. On standard phonology, me been long town finish. So, look at each word. Me, been, long, town, finish. Me is like I, been that's self-explanatory. Long is used as a preposition here instead of an adjective. So, long means two words or two, and then we have town, that is like town, and finish is used instead of already, to show that something has been accomplished. So again, you can see that the words are from English, but they are used and arranged in a very different way, and this is what makes it a different language than the parents' language. The conclusion: Pidgins and Creoles are fascinating because they are proof that languages are living entities that are constantly changing and adapting to the needs of their speakers. Sometimes two or more languages can even join force and take on a life on their own as a new language. Pidgin and Creole are both the result of what happens when you blend two or more languages.
Okay, that's